And I'm holding it down with Reece.
My brother Reece.
Reece.
The homie Reece, you already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I died.
Who you with?
Reece.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Let's go ahead and get it, baby. We live at Liddy in the City, the Reece Show live. Man, I got some very special guests in the building. Today is going to be action-packed. So if you tuned in on the radio side, you're going to get 3 special guests. You tuned in on the streaming side, we got a couple of guests. We got 2 brothers right here making some big moves in the industry, the gaming industry. And I ain't talking about on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Not the phone. Real live handheld game. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk to them in a second. We also got T. Murph coming through on Hulu's Woke. He's going to be pulling up in a second. So y'all stay tuned. Today is going to be absolutely ridiculous. But first and foremost, let me introduce you to these 2 brothers right here. They doing it so huge all around. We got the founders of the game, Last Couple Standing. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
What up? How you feeling? How you feeling?
It's Omar Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Got it right. Look at me starting off Thursday the right way.
For sure.
So let's talk about this, man. I love the concept of the game. Okay. It's so many situations where you meet people and you dive into these sit downs or these first dates. You know what I'm saying? And we just talked about this yesterday. Where we were like, what's the ideal first date? And one young lady that was here, K. Simone, she was just like, don't take me to the movies. We need to go somewhere where we could talk. I need to be able to see what kind of person you are. Right. It seemed like y'all created the perfect first date situation or group setting situation. Like you got a lot of usages for this. It's therapy in a box as well. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that. So tell me kind of like how this came about. Like how did y'all meet? Y'all been friends, y'all been homies. Like how did that happen?
Yeah. So we met in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
My background is videography.
Okay.
Aaron's a musician, rapper.
Dope.
And so
that makes sense. Now you can do the song, you can shoot the video. Right?
Exactly.
So at back then, you know what I'm saying, we he was doing like a beat battle or something like that, and I was working for like this website company, and I went out there to videotape the beat battle,
right?
And he was there hosting, and so I had to get him on video or whatever, and he was like, yo, you do video, right?
Right.
So you know what I mean. We swapped numbers or whatever.
Right,
we
exactly.
was just,
It makes sense, right?
Like,
you got with the camera,
right? You know what I'm saying? Just checking the opportunity or whatever. Yeah, but we kind of been friends ever since.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And we did other stuff where I did his music videos and stuff and various different business ventures and just swapping ideas and
dope.
So yeah, that was
super dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope. So y'all kind of met on a different end of things where it was like the entertainment side.
Right.
And then y'all became homies after that.
Right.
That's dope, man. I interviewed the guys from Twine and I just forgot the name that quick. They're a watch company.
Yeah. Tally and Twine.
And they the same type situation. They met at school, became friends, and they started business ventures. And I love to see that because it breaks the stigma saying men can't work together. Black men can't work together. Black people can't do business. I love that. So I just want to pinpoint that for the audience real quick.
No doubt.
So then y'all get together one day and come. How the heck did this happen though? Like talk to me.
So we was working. A good friend of mine who's a therapist, Lamar. He's a relationship therapist, and we was like, man, it's nobody in the space. A black man talking about relationships. It's all these women,
right?
White women, black women. It's everybody else but a black man talking about it.
Only other person, Steve Harvey.
And
I don't always agree with his opinion.
Not at all.
I think he's pitching to his core audience.
That's his fact, and he's pitching it well too.
Right.
He's pitching strikes, and home runs. So we was like, yo, Lamar, why don't you do something with us? Let's create a podcast. So let's create something where you're the face of it. And we was going through trying to figure out how we get people drawn into it. And I had the idea like, man, we should do like a card game or something to do something. And I'm like, all right. And everybody was like, yeah, let's do a card game or whatever to lead people into it.
Okay.
And that night, like the next couple of days, I just couldn't. It was on my heart. I was like, and I called my man. I was like, listen, man, I know we trying to do something, but let's just do this card game. As I see something, God telling me something, Allah speaking to me.
That's one of them 3 in the morning. I gotta write everything that I have those as well.
And I told him, he was like, man, you ain't ever asked me to do nothing else, so let's just ride and do this. So I mean, and we created the game together. I mean, him and his wife, me and my fiance, we got together as a group, and just banged it out. It took us about 6 months to get it right, 6 months, and just going through the process, and that's how we came up with the game.
That's relatively no time. Let me hit the hype bell for that. And then teamwork with the couples, you know what I'm saying? Everybody getting together, getting different perspectives. It's like you guys tackle so many things that could have messed it up. from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Just having like a
I ain't
female-
never even
think about it like that.
Like, it's
Right.
like you guys started from the problem. Like you had the professional, you know what I'm saying? You have the idea, then you got the different perspectives. I got to hit the hype bell again.
Man, that's crazy. Right.
I tend to wear the hype bell button
it's all
off, so
good.
it's gonna happen.
Go ahead,
I see
go
what's
ahead,
going
go
on
ahead.
right now. So when you guys first put everything together, man, I love it the way it looks, the packaging, everything is so professional. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't
Appreciate
know.
that.
It looks like it's something that's in Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
That
that's
was the
just
idea.
dope.
That was the idea.
Exactly. So when you guys put it together, like how'd y'all come up with the color schemes and all of that? Or he's somebody a Steelers fan? What happened? So,
I mean, it's a little bit of psychology. You know what I'm saying? Like in modern times,
Right.
as humans, we are like conditioned to be like on alert when we see the color, this
Right.
color right here.
Right.
That's why your warning signs on the highways is these colors. And so we was like, yo, we want to do something that's impactful and make people stand at attention. Let's just make the box dangerous.
I like
Kind
it.
of like the one chip challenge of couples card games.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So yeah, that from that space right there of just kind of being alluring but dangerous is where we started. So you know what I mean? That's how the package.
That's
came
definitely
about.
what's up. For those just tuning in, because the chat's starting to go crazy, where can people get this? And we can get back to the interview.
Okay.
I got y'all.
LCSgame.com. LCSgame.com.
We'll throw it in the chat too if y'all are streaming. Check it out too. I hope y'all was able to put it down if y'all listen on the radio side. All right, so you get this, you get everything packaged up. You got it. Did y'all test the game out with each other, or like how did that happen?
Yes.
Did y'all just invited some people over?
Everything. We
Okay.
we went through 3 different testing phases. We started off with index cards. We kept it real elementary with
Right.
the index cards, and then he went and got the cards laminated so we could actually kind of deal them out a little bit.
Right.
And then we had a prototype made, and it didn't look anything like that, but it was a prototype where we could actually. We wanted to be able to put it in our friends' hands, and they could say, "Wait, I kind of can see it now."
I could get it. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so-
hard to explain sometimes when you had a vision.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah.
coming up with everything, and you try to explain it, and they're like,
like,
"All right,
huh?
cool."
I
Right.
think,
All right,
I
all right,
get
yeah, I
it.
got you.
And we went through that process, and we just kept tweaking at it until it was like it's ready. And then in that process, like I said, all in all, it took us about maybe 6 months from conception to actual product, maybe
Gotcha.
6-7 months.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So as y'all are doing this, did y'all have any like crazy moments with couples?
Yes.
That y'all are talk to me about those.
Yes, yes.
He's like, I almost got divorced. I'm just telling you now.
Yes,
No,
me and mom was in a little rough spot when I was making the game.
okay.
So and you remember on the rooftop? Yeah, she got a little. It was a long walk down to the apartment.
got you.
I'll tell you that.
I got so that's real. So this is a real moment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because not everybody's relationships are peaches and cream.
Not at all.
Contrary to Instagram belief, you
That's
know what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
People are having real life situations,
That's right.
and
Facts.
sometimes
That's right.
you need something like this to kind of get you back in the rotation.
Right, and that's something that we discovered during trying out the game.
Okay.
One of my friends, they came to one of the play tests, and he was like, "Yo, I don't know about this. Like, I know the concept of the game, but yo, we ain't chilling
Oh,
right
there,
now. We-
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so he was like, "But I'm gonna support you, and we're gonna make it happen."
Got you.
All right, cool. So they sat down. At first, they was like this. You know what I'm
They
saying?
had the social distancing going.
Right. But as
time.
they played and like the game, because the premise of the game is couples versus couples.
Right.
So you team up with your partner and y'all figuring out which cards in y'all hand y'all gonna ask the other couple that
Right.
they not gonna answer.
Right.
So as they went through that process, like, yo, do we think they'll answer
You
this?
creating that
they ain't gonna.
communication.
They're communicating.
And that camaraderie.
Camaraderie is
Yeah,
happening.
that's
Teamwork
key.
is happening.
Right.
And so as the game went on, and they protecting each other's relationship because there's missiles coming this way.
Right.
You know what I mean? They like, yo, we gonna answer that. We not gonna. What we gonna do?
Right.
We gotta take a stump card. You know what I'm saying? While all of that's going on, there's that sneaky little benefit of, yo, we actually getting along right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
I actually kind of like you again.
Yeah. So we
remembering why y'all together.
we noticed towards the end of the game, they didn't win, but towards
Let me type bill for that. He's still remaining champion, the last couple standing right here.
they didn't win, but towards the end of the game, my man had his arm around, you know what I mean, his lady's waist, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, while they were sitting down, chilling and all that.
Right.
And they had a couple laughs, and they was able to move through whatever they was going
Right.
through. So while the game does look a little dangerous and stuff like that,
That's facts.
there's some
For a
little
reason.
there's some little stuff in there that we cerebrally put in it, you know what I mean, to make people kind of get a little closer.
That's what's up, man. They promote teamwork and communication.
Indeed.
Those are two of the biggest
Wrapped in
factors.
danger.
Wrapped in danger. Wrapped in danger. Everybody likes a little danger. You know what I'm saying? What's a relationship without a little danger?
That's it. Come on now.
You can't cook without the fear of getting burned. I feel you.
Fact.
So, man, we kind of like chopping it up. We last couple standing. These brothers kind of created, along with their spouses, created this wonderful game to help couples. You know what I'm saying? It's therapy in a box too,
It is.
and it's laughter. It's teamwork. I like all of those things, man. So, what are some of the things that you might pull out on a question that y'all came up with that maybe you looked at him like, we really about to put this in here?
All my questions, he looked at me like that.
It's always one. I like that.
We were sitting one time for like an hour arguing over a comma. Like the comma don't go there. No, dog. I'm on Google right now.
That's real partnership, though.
Yeah. So all my questions, and I brought the spice to the thing. He brought the sweet, and I
Right.
brought some of the sour.
There
But
you go.
I
Nice.
came through with the X's.
Yeah.
All the questions of mine is about the X's.
Okay.
The X's. The
Okay.
X's. And I was like, dog, we can't have that's too much. Too much X's going on. So yeah. So
have
some of
folks
those
out here
questions,
boxing.
yeah.
Right.
So the X's questions was the ones that was touchy, but they're for a reason. If you're gonna have X's, it's
Yeah,
your
it's
first
part
love.
of life.
You gotta
Right.
talk about it.
Right.
So that was the X's for me was one of the all them questions were spicy.
My wife created a question, which was
You seem like you in pain a little bit. You have a
Nah.
flashback. You all right, bro?
Nah.
You good? You all right? Like,
Shout out
my wife came up with that.
she came up with a question. Which one of your partner's friends would you sleep with?
Okay.
And so I was like,
Stop card.
right.
ASAP.
We got a button for that.
No.
I was like, yo, this right here is fire if somebody actually answers it. But then
facts.
again, I don't know. A lady came up to, because we kind of doing our retail thing, so we've been out in the mall, Stonecrest, Cumberland, and stuff, selling
Right.
the game at the kiosk and stuff.
Shout out
so
to
lady came up to us and asked us, "Can I use this at a swinger party?" We was like,
Oh, that's crazy. New market. Shout out to the new market. Everybody with an upside down pineapple sticker in their car. Come get the game.
Right, that's not what it's intended for, but
do
black,
you?
black people don't play Uno right. So yeah, do your thing.
That's a fact.
So
Ain't mad at that. That's
yeah,
what's up. That's
yeah,
what's up.
That's a crazy question. For
That
me.
is, yo, I couldn't imagine like the awkwardness of that situation.
right.
Me, I looked at him like, do you? Boo boo?
Right. Has that y'all been playing? Has anybody actually answered that question?
Nah,
It's always
that's
a
a meeting.
pass.
No,
Hard pass,
that's
right.
a hard
Yeah,
pass.
hard
Because
pass.
usually you in the room with your people.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to know.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
oh
hard.
yeah, Jimmy. Oh, yeah, you said that way too
Way too
fast.
fast. Hold on,
Like
way
you
too
gotta
fast.
slow
Matter
down.
of fact,
Right.
cut the whole game
Matter of
off.
fact,
Talk
first
about-
of all,
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, yeah.
So I
Word
get
up.
that. I
Word
get
up.
that, man. Last couple standing, we kind of chopping it up with them. Tell folks where they could grab the game at right now again too.
LCSgame.com. LCSgame.com. You can grab your games there. We ship fast too.
That's what I'm
Let me
talking-
take
no,
my
that's the
shots to
next
these other.
question.
We ship it faster than these other games too. Right? We see y'all comments. We see the other games saying, "Yo, it's 10 days." You getting your tracking real fast. You know, I'm rocking with LCS. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up. That's what's up. So where do you see? Where would you like this thing to go? Like long run, long term, and then are you going to be doing any variations and things like that of the game?
That is the biggest question. Like people want us to do another game, and we're working on one. For me, and the thing is, we just trying to make this thing as big as possible. You know, we looking at impact, and we trying to become leaders in the space.
Right.
Like, you know, people, black game creators exist,
Yeah.
and we can be successful, and we ain't got to step on each other's toes to
Right.
do it. Even though we are shipping faster than everybody else, but
Quick, fast, in a hurry, right?
play that ether beat real quick. but no, we looking at you know, the business in this box as
Yeah.
a legacy piece. You know, we feel like, you know,
like
we
that.
could take this to the moon and really be, you know, there's games that people play for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And nobody bats an eyelash.
Taboo, Monopoly.
I just
Last
saw
couple standing.
Atlanta Monopoly the other day.
Yeah,
Atlanta
yeah, I
Monopoly.
saw.
I'm
I'm
like,
like in
y'all
different
done
cities like
flipped it
Chicago. Yeah.
So yeah, we just trying to take it to as high as we can go, inshallah.
That's a lot. That's dope, man. I really appreciate you saying that because I could see this be like you could have one for new couples or icebreakers or first dates or even ones with families and kids, like with parents and kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that could be real.
These are all
dope.
things that we talk about, you know what I mean? Like, we started this thing November 2019. So, and in the course of that time, from then and now, like, we done came up with so many different iterations. But you know, you can get sidetracked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and,
Yeah.
and take your eye off the ball, and there's opportunities in front of you.
Right.
And you trying to do all these different things and stuff like that. So we kind of table those things, and we trying to get this thing to a certain place.
Nah, y'all not trying. Y'all
You know what I
doing this, getting there.
Yeah,
y'all
no
can
doubt.
see it, man.
Appreciate
I like that, man.
Appreciate
I just want to put that in the atmosphere right now because it's definitely
Appreciate
a viable product. Talk to me about launching a new business. I know you guys had a kickstart. It was pretty successful. But all this is happening and the pandemic hits.
We used to do this
Tell
research,
me
man.
about
He did
that,
his research.
Do my job.
Reese'sResearch.com. Log on if you need something.
Right. You
Well,
did,
but
the
the thing
pandemic
is,
hit, so tell me about it.
honestly, I'm gonna speak for me. I think the pandemic was the best thing that happened for us
Yeah.
because it wasn't easy. So us having to raise this amount of money, we did almost $10,000 in 2-3 days. You know,
That's dope.
us
Yeah.
having to raise this amount of money during the pandemic, saying we wanted people to get together. It goes totally against
Against
what we're
what's
trying to do.
happening. Right.
So, but we had the idea before the pandemic, so it's like, are we gonna wait until now, 2022, to have this idea and launch it? So I mean, to answer your question, the pandemic's been helpful in starting the business. I don't have any kids. Old got kids. If this is anything like raising a kid,
Right.
I ain't look.
I'm gonna wait a
I'm
couple
gonna have
months.
to wait. I'm gonna have to wait a couple of years because this thing
a
is
commitment.
it's a commitment
Right.
and don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
It,
you.
it was definitely. We were gonna do a couple launch parties just to kind of get the momentum going and have people aware of what we getting ready to do. Launch a Kickstarter, because they say your Kickstarter needs to be funded in the first day. You know what I mean? So whatever your goal is, you need to have that the first day. So
Right.
our goal was 10,000. It's really hard to do raise 10,000 in one day.
In
We
the
did it
pandemic, people
in the
ain't working.
pandemic, but we did it. So we was gonna do different parties and stuff like that. I got some celebrity friends. I was gonna
Right.
bring see if we could get something going. That got canceled
Right,
because of the
pandemic,
pandemic. We was gonna start in April, but the pandemic got worse.
Right. Variants, Delta, and all the rest,
So-
Air Tran and everything else.
Right.
Like,
So at that time, we was like, yo, man, like, should we like not do this and just wait? You know what I mean? Hindsight 2020, looking at like if we would have waited,
Yeah.
we would still be questioning should we start.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like
go.
having a baby. There's no perfect time unless you're a millionaire.
Right.
There's no
No
perfect time to
time.
have a baby. It's,
Right.
we feel like we should have a baby. We have a baby. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You got
Or
some twins right here sitting on the table.
You know what I mean?
So
Bad
that's really what it was, man. We going through different business ventures and stuff like that kind of prepared us for just making bold moves and just standing behind the moves that we make. And so, we said, all right, bump it. If we're going to go, we're going to go, and we're going to
All
go
the
hard.
way, go live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, man. Let me hit the hype bell for that. There's so many entrepreneurs, business people, I like to say, out here that are trying to get in the door, doing their thing, and they probably needed to hear that right there. Was exactly what y'all saying. Like,
go.
just start.
Just start.
Because it's not gonna be a perfect time. You're not gonna have the ideal situation all the time. Just start, do it, and then see it through. And I like that. That's what y'all are doing, man. So last couple standing card game available now. Make sure y'all go get that. Tell me about some of like the pandemic hits, and you said you're able to push through. But we're able during the pandemic to have these small groups, these intimate settings. You got so many couples stuck in the house.
Right.
They
Want
may
something
just
to do.
hang out with their neighbor or one friend that they know has been safe per
Right,
se.
right.
That's it.
So y'all got the perfect solution to that.
Yeah.
That was part of our calculation. When we thought about it, like, yo, people are stuck in the house, but they got the next door neighbor, like you said, that
Right.
the kids play together. They're like, yo, this is our safe people.
Right.
here. We rock with them.
We can go in the backyard and
Right. We need
exactly.
something to do. What can we do? Let's let's be messy real quick.
Right. Just don't answer that question and say your
answer.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Because
don't-
it's not gonna go well for you.
Right. Because don't.
And then too, as we launched the Kickstarter in July, it was funded in August. We started to sell fourth quarter. So at that time, you're talking about we 9 months into the pandemic. People are tired of the pandemic.
Yeah.
People was like, I'm going to see my grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm going to see my cousins. So that became a thing too. Like, let me
Wow.
just buy it because I ain't seen y'all. We gonna do something together.
Right.
So that kind of, like I said, it helped us, and it was just going. It helped
Right.
us.
Let me go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, because I was when he said that, I was thinking like that's dope. You could literally have different generations that have couples play the game, and you gonna get some wild answers.
Yeah,
Especially the OGs, when they
what
play
I'm
the game,
saying.
they don't be caring.
Yeah, they gonna say whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah.
She know how I feel.
Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm Mr. Earl. That's who. That's the couple. Like,
Miss Kathy, that's me. Right.
I got you.
Word up. Now I was gonna say, just to go back a little bit, because I don't want to make it seem like it was like it all just like worked and we was like,
No, I get
just
it.
so
That's
you know what I'm saying, like. We had some early wins, and I think that's important to put out there for the people that's listening that's in business. You know what I'm saying? We put the Kickstarter out. We called all our friends, family, and they called people. We was able to raise that money because we had some support, right? But past the support, we still was selling games on Kickstarter. So we was like, well, damn, wait a minute. People who don't know us is supporting this thing. Yeah. This tells us something. This gives us some information. You know what I'm saying? So when we launched it in September, we started selling into September, early October. We went to Facebook and we was like, yo, this thing, it ain't moving. So are we wrong?
Yeah.
We made a couple moves and then boom, people just started buying it, right?
He's on, don't skip over that. We on the phone and we running ads and we bleeding out.
Right.
We bleeding out because we putting our own money into it.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm about to
moved
cut
it up
it
to
off.
like $900 a day or something.
Right.
Like that.
Oh, like I'm about to cut it off. As soon as he said, I said, wait, refresh the computer. Sell.
Wow, so it was
sell.
actually going. You just couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it.
Wow.
He was
So
about
y'all
to cut
putting
it.
your own money into
Yep.
the marketing, $900 a day into the
Yep.
marketing to
Yep.
make it move, to make the needle move on Facebook to get that return. What kind of marketing were you using? This for the business people out there. Was it flyer ads? Was it videos? What was it?
Well, we had here's where, and this is why I said I wanted to go back a little. Cause we had a couple cheat codes.
All right.
I'm cool with Candy and Tara from the Housewives.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
and you shoot video. Super cheat code. Let's go. You know what it's supposed to look like.
So they did. I had Taka. Me and Taka grew up in the Bronx together. I was
that's
like,
what's
I was
up.
like, yo,
Okay.
T, I need y'all to do this joint right quick, man.
Right.
She was doing something about small business in July or something like that.
Yeah,
She was
okay.
promoting a business.
Yeah, I
every
think
day.
I saw her on my man Ash Cash show talking about that.
Yeah. And so she one of the days was ours. I'm begging them like, when y'all gonna do it? When y'all gonna do it? She hit me up. She was like, oh, Todd said we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's
Chill.
it. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
They did it, and so right away it was like a spark in the summer.
Okay.
But we was like, yo, how we gonna? Can we use this thing
Capitalize
again?
it, yeah.
So we used it again,
Right.
and it went kind of crazy really quickly.
That's what's
you know
up.
what I'm saying. So yeah, that's how it took off. But then Facebook shut us off for whatever reason.
Wow. So what
early
do you
problems.
think that was? Like, what do you think that was for?
We don't even know.
I don't know.
So
But
they just killed the ads,
They killed everything.
Everything.
like
Yeah.
the links, all of that.
we was getting it. I was starting to feel like Silver Spooner for a minute.
Wow. That's crazy that happened though.
But it happened to like millions of other small businesses
yeah,
at the time.
I heard that too.
Yeah. So
It was for me. It hurt initially, but it was a blessing in disguise because
Yeah,
it made us
figure it
better
out,
businessmen. Because we can't just be dependent on this. We can't control it.
Right.
So we had to expand to influences.
So which other things did y'all start to utilize to keep the needle moving?
Yeah, influencer marketing was a bit. That was our lifeline for the whole last year.
Got you.
Just getting different influences from Gilly the Kid to Commodore to. It's so many people that we
Right.
we
and
spent a
people
lot
you
of
don't really know.
Yeah,
just
small
influence,
influences.
Right.
What's my Mandisi and
See,
Gandhi.
that's key you said that because some people have the impression that an influencer has to have 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, but really you got somebody with 10,000 active followers.
That's right.
And they're gonna may do more
Yep.
than a person
That's
with
a
a
fact.
million or 8
That's a
million
fact.
followers.
That's a fact.
9,000, them 10,000 might really buy.
They really fans,
Right.
and this person is really influential to them.
I'm authority in the space.
Yeah.
But a tip though, if you're able to get a big influencer, make sure whoever watching this, make sure you're able to get autonomy to use that as an ad, because you want to be able to squeeze the juice out of that lemon after you pay the influencer.
Because
Right.
you
So-
really only got 2 or 3 days to feel the instant impact
Of the influencer,
of the influencer.
of a big name.
But
But
if you boost it up through ads and stuff,
you can see it long term.
Key, major key right there. Make sure y'all mark that right now. I think we're 24 minutes and 1 second into the video. Make sure you hit that major key right there, man. Brother, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all, chopping it up, man. Make sure y'all copy lcsgames.com. I know it now.
Okay.
So make sure that y'all copy it, man.
No S, game.com.
Okay, game.com. Mess it up. lcsgame.com. Make sure y'all check it out. Last couple standing, that's what it stands for. Man, if you're in a relationship, you want to spice it up, you know what I'm saying? Or you just want to have a little fun, y'all have to get-togethers and stuff like that, make sure y'all copy. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you,
For sure. Y'all keep it locked. We're going to get back into this mix, take a quick break on the stream side, and we come back. We got T. Murphy the building from Hulu's Woke coming through, and we have a big community event going down Pause America Youth and Hosea Feed the Hungry. We got Mrs. Elizabeth Omalami pulling up around 1 o'clock. She's going to be chopping it up and telling us about a huge event that the Hosea Feed the Hungry is coming through on the radio side. So y'all keep it locked right here, man. It's Reec Show Live.